Hello, my name is Dr. Esther Trufan, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through the framework that we use to design an assignment schedule. An assignment schedule is an organized structure that clearly communicates the assignment due dates for the whole semester. Its purpose is to provide an assignment map with due dates and to assist students in developing a plan for how they will allocate their time for the various tasks involved. Our design principle is straightforward. Use an integrated table with a weekly structure. The baseline is that students will participate in the lab. And you will get the list of experiments if you choose to build a course through Experimentium. Those titles with the associated class times can be integrated into the table. And I would place them into the third column. The first would have the weeks, the second would be blank, and the third one would have the topics with the dates assigned to it. Then we need to assign the pre-lab due dates because there are two components to it. The student submits, the instructor has to grade, and all that needs to happen before the student comes to the lab. This is really important because not having a pre-lab carries consequences to the students. So assign the pre-lab with enough time for you to grade all of it before class begins. If my class is Monday at 1 p.m., then I may grade Monday morning and I can assign my pre-lab to be Sunday at midnight. After the lab is over, the students will have their data and it is time to submit the data collection and data processing, which I usually collect in one data file. Now that data submission should be shortly after the experiment is complete. So maybe the day after, no more than 2 days later. If my class met on Monday at 1 o'clock, then my data submission is set for Tuesday at midnight. That gives my students a day and a half to complete the task. And then, after the data is submitted, the students will submit their summary because now they have derived all the meaning that they could get. It's time to communicate it. If the data was due on Tuesday, I make the summary due on Thursday. And that leaves me with Friday as the opportunity to grade the assignments so that the students can enter the new experiment with a complete set of feedback on all the assignments they already completed. And then the next week, we begin again. If you are teaching teamwork, then you need to place the instruction somewhere in your schedule, and you need to also assess it if you choose to. In our schedule, we allocate time for team building exercises and team constitution development on the first day of classes, and we require that students submit a reflection on their teamwork of the semester at the very end of the semester. If we're using a skill portfolio, that needs to be introduced early in the semester, and at some point we need to say that it is over and tally the scores. So in our case, we introduce the skill portfolio as an overview on the first day, and we close it out on the last day of classes. If we are using assessments at the end of the semester, and these are not necessarily assignments where students have to create something from nothing. It could be a lab report that is generated as the result of the assembly of data from multiple experiments. Or it could be a group presentation on one or more experiments at the same time. It is important that the students know what those assignments are and when they will be due. And here we have a group project presentation and an individual project report. If you are choosing to do both a presentation and an individual report, I recommend that you do the report after the presentation, because during the presentation, students may get feedback that can help them improve the individual reports later. So any bit of time that you can allow for revision may be beneficial. If you plan on doing a survey, then it is important that you place it on the schedule so both you and your students know exactly when that will occur. I usually do it on the last day of experiments before the final exam or final presentation. To implement an assignment schedule, it is important that we adjust the due dates if there are interruptions. That simply means that every time there is an interruption that has an impact on the schedule, we need to adjust our schedule in the syllabus. We should apply the same commitment to grading timeliness as to the timeliness of the student submissions. If we want students to submit things on time, it is only appropriate that we grade on time. If we submit feedback every week, then the student has the opportunity to develop and improve week after week. And sometimes they will surprise even themselves how much better they got simply through the process of work, feedback, work again, feedback, apply the feedback, get better. And then finally, as an instructor, you should commit to a grading schedule that mirrors the assignment submissions. That way, it's not just that the students are getting feedback and they're improving, which is wonderful, but it's also a more practical consideration. If you fall behind 1 week, it will make it difficult to catch up. And once you fall behind more than 2 weeks of grading, it's highly likely that you will not catch up within the time frame of the semester. So to the best of your ability, stay on top of your grading, make it a reasonable lift, and only integrate an assignment structure that you are able to both deliver and evaluate within the commitments that you have. For a full syllabus template that integrates this assignment structure, visit experimentium.org.